Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. And today we are covering the huge parking lot sale that's going on at Harbor Freight the weekend of August 14th through, what is it, this is the 18th day, the 20th there. Now, this was leaked. I posted to Reddit. Somebody sent me a link to the Reddit page. Anyway, so I took a look at this and we're going to talk about it and see what are all the hot deals you need to be checking out. Tell you what's good, what's not such a good deal, what's a great deal, what's not such a great deal. Also, there's some other coupon deals going on over Harbor Freight. Yes, we are still on the road here in Nashville, so please pardon the acoustics and the setup and everything. But let's jump through the deals because those aren't changing. First up, we've got, now remember, Monday through Thursday is going to be for the Inside Track Club only. And I gotta say, the way they've changed this, you really it makes it important to be an Inside Track Club member. And the deals that you get pretty much pay for it, the first time you use it. Case in point, which is the Hercules sliding miter saw. This is one of the first things Harbor Freight ever sent over for us to test. We first started, working with them on some of this stuff. And I got to tell you, it still is the one to beat when it comes to value for the price. At $300, that's the pre-pandemic old school pricing for everyone who's like, oh, Harbor Freight's lost their mind, blah, blah. People just like to hate on Harbor Freight. At $300, you have no argument, guys. I'm sorry, you just don't. You just look like some old guy with his pants hitched up to about here, screaming at the kids to get off his lawn when you're arguing about these prices. $300, that's pre-pandemic. That is blowing everyone else out of the water. It's got the shadow line. It's got everything you need. It's the 12-inch slide. It's a beautiful saw. Anyway, won't go into it anymore. The Hercules miter saw stand at $150. It's a solid miter saw stand. Now, if you saw my video from Deals of the Week recently, I was talking about these. A lot of people have been buying these and using them for home and then saying, hey, I got this, blah, blah. They're not, it's not a real home gamer kind of stand. None of the four-legged stands are. And the Hercules stand is a decent stand, but, Rigid's got a great deal. I think theirs is $120 going on right now. There's other deals on it. I like the Rigid stand. I really wish it'd come down in price to really justify what it is. But that said, if you're going to be using it at home, the four-legged stand, it splays the legs out and kind of makes it a real tripping hazard. This is meant to be used on a job site, uneven ground. That's where the four legs really comes into play. We'll have to do another video talking about the appropriate stand for the appropriate environment. Let's keep going. We got the Pittsburgh. We got the 3-ton there, the low profile. Now they have the low profile jacks in red. Are they as good as the Daytona? They will do the same job. Here's what I'm going to say. They will do the same job. They won't feel as smooth, have as much fit and finish and stuff, but they're a darn fine jack. And if you're just trying to get your truck off the ground, it'll do the job fine. I have the 3-ton long reach low profile. I love it because it'll work with my BMW. It'll work with my 1-ton. It just works. But for the price difference, unless you're looking for the pretty colors and stuff, I get it. Go with the regular Pittsburgh there. Now, we got the Daytona jacks here. This is the 3-ton. Now that's 3-ton we're using the pair, 2 of them there for $30. And it's the new system. They've got better forging. They've got better teeth on it. They've got the locking key. They come in what we used to call the Skittle-like colors, but with black and gray. Those skills have gone bad. But that's it. If you're looking for that, you know what? I'll be honest. I like the gray in the cabinet. In the cabinets, it looks sharp. In the tools, in like the floor jacks and the stands, they look like that old school, boring industrial. It just doesn't have the same kind of punch it does on the big U.S. General cabinets. I'm sorry. Hate me if you want down in the comments, but I'm going to say I'm not a fan of the gray on the jack stands. For my jacks, I like them in green. Man, if they just come out in white, I know they'd be dirty as all heck, but is what it is. The Avanti paint sprayer for $200. This is a paintless sprayer. We've been talking about air sprayers before, but if you want a real sprayer, paintless sprayer, $200. Think about it. How much would it cost you to rent a sprayer for a week? Which is about how long it would probably take to do most decent-sized projects. Because you're not going to be able to usually do it all in 1 or 2 days. You got to go to work. You got to have food. You got to sleep. That kind of stuff. By the time you rent a sprayer, might as well just buy the Avanti at $200. All right, let's keep going. Look at this. Look at this. As I said, talk about this pricing. $200 on the U.S. General 5-drawer carts. And it now comes in yellow, orange, green, black, blue, red, white, and gray. What is that? That's 8 colors of choices. Who else is doing that for $200? They're great carts. Personally, I don't like carts like this, but you know what? Not everyone does things the same way. We don't always all have the same workflow. I like the open top carts or the carts with a solid table. I don't like the flip top, but maybe you do. I know a lot of pros, a lot of budget minded folks use these things all day long, and they're thrilled with it. I think they're setting the standard here for these carts. The $10 Warrior, they're disposable drill bits for $10, not too bad. Look at this down the side. We'll come back to not the U.S. General, the Hercules there. There's the Portland pressure washer for $75. Again, it's an okay price. Is it the best price? No. Every so often we see it drop about $5 more. But I'll be honest, at $75, it's not terrible. It's not a terrible one. We got the pole saw at $50 for a corded pole saw. It's not too shabby. Okay. Let me tell you about coming home, finding the wife in the back of the pickup truck on a step stool with a pole saw trying to cut down box elder limbs. Safety third, kids. All right, we got the McGraw pressure washers, air compressors. Good little tiny air compressors for basic jobs around. They're not the quietest thing out there. They're not ridiculously loud like the old Central Pneumatic stuff. Those things would blow your eardrums out. These things are coming at $45. You got the pancake or the hot dog style. Both of them decent ones. I'm personally a hot dog fan. I don't like the pancake, but it doesn't like the form factor. Makes it too wide, easy to trip over. I like it slim, tall. You got shop space, floor space is always a premium, right? So I'd rather go vertical than horizontal and stuff like that. Then we get the Hercules. Buy these. This deal's been going on for some time. It has $120, but I got to tell you, there's some great deals in there. That grease gun, I gotta get my paws on that grease gun. I need an electric grease gun. I need to make that happen. Let's talk about that titanium Easy Flex welder for $160. Talk about, again, pre-pandemic pricing. These are throwback pricing. $160, that's ridiculously good deal. This is the hot glue gun of welders. No gas needed. The flux is built into the wire. I have one of these. They just work. They just work. And that's what's great about them. If you're looking for something just to fiddle around with, learn some welding, do some basic fixing, this is a great one. And not only with the flux core, the best thing about this, not only are you going to get better at welding, you're going to get better at grinding. Some of you know what I mean. All right, the Pro 125 weld, I'm sorry. I realize it's $60 cheaper there. I'm just not a fan of the Chicago welders. The titaniums, it's got a better electrical system in it. It gives you less splatter, better penetration. It's just a better welder all the way around. The floor-mounted fan there. Look at that pedestal fan and the floor fan there for $99. It's getting hot, folks. You know it is. Oh my gosh, it's been so hot here in Nashville, and the humidity. Oh, it has been so ugly. Anyway, what was the joke? I saw somebody posted something about, I think Shrek is in my shorts arguing with Donkey about whose swamp it is down there. All right, we got some of the basics. We got zip ties, we got the safety glasses, we got the batteries, gloves, tarp. Remember that tarp? It's a decent tarp if it's not going to move. It's a pile of wood, something you can throw a tarp over. Great. If you're going to get high winds or if you're going to put it on the back of a trailer or something like that, do not get the blue tarps. They will not hold up. That ammo box there for $3, that is a solid deal. Grab that one. That is go-to ammo box. All right, let's go to the next page. We got the McGraw there. This is the bigger air compressor. And again, I came out and I said it the other day and I ticked everybody off and I said, I'm sorry. The little tiny compressors, they're good utility compressors for light duty work. But that 10, 15, 20, those compressors, I don't see a reason for them. Somebody tried to tell me, well, they're good because, most DIYers are just doing short-term kind of stuff and like, taking off lug nuts. So getting an air compressor for that makes sense. No, it doesn't. If all you're doing is taking off lug nuts, buy an AC corded impact wrench, all right? Or get a cheap battery one. Don't buy a $200 air compressor so you can buy a $70 impact so you can maybe take your lug nut. Lug nuts are the lowest denominator when it comes to power for a half-inch impact. You're going to be doing stuff that's way harder than that. Don't even think about doing anything with your suspension. any of the bigger jobs, they're just not going to cut it because it doesn't have the SCFM. You need that 10 to 15 second runtime to get the full ooga doogas out of that, if you know what I mean. So, and that's not just me saying that. That is science. That is the manufacturer. That is the engineers. That's one thing about doing this for a living and doing this for as long as I've had access to a lot of the actual engineers. I've had to have sit downs with them and talk to them about what the best case and worst case scenarios for their tools. And you need full air power. You know, you need like U.S. Air Force power. You need the full SCFM if you're going to be running impact wrenches. Otherwise, you're just basically kneecapping them and they're not running at full power. Next up, we got the Central Airline there. Or let's go back. Let's talk about the impact wrenches there. Decent impact wrenches there for 99 bucks. The earthquake line, they're really good. That compact earthquake is fantastic. If you haven't seen that, I did a quick demo on that at SEMA last year. Just ridiculously good. We got the hose reel there for $69 for a DIY. That's a decent hose reel. If you don't have a hose reel, get a hose reel. Stop having your hoses lying all over the ground. It's just ridiculous. All right, let's keep going here. Next to that, we've got the Predator engines here coming in 129. Now, if we've talked about the Predator engines, if they're the ones you're looking for, that's you're going to get what you get. And you don't get upset. That post hole though, the auger there for $189, that's a solid deal on that one. Really chews up into the ground there. A lot of good power there. Now let's talk about some of the electrical stuff down here. We've got the outdoor lighting, good, soft lighting kind of stuff. I've seen people talk to me that they use it when doing rehabs and kitchen rehabs. Like you have to rip out all the electrical stuff. Well, they'll hang a bunch of these around there, give them nice, good, even area lighting. That's a pretty smart idea. A lot of different ways you can use lights like this. The Jackery, do not buy Jackery. All right, you may not be able to afford EcoFlow or the Anchor, some of the other stuff Blue Eddy, the other ones I talk about. I get it. We've given you some budget options. Jackery, I'm sorry, Harbor Freight. I was so disappointed when I saw Harbor Freight was partnering with Jackery. It was just not a fan of the Jackery system. I think they're overpriced for what you get. They use a lot of proprietary systems. They've got the stupid handle on the top. These things are heavy, which means when you're stacking stuff in your car, you're going on your trip, they have to go on the bottom. Well, it'll crush everything. Well, now it's on the bottom. Now I get this ridiculous handle on the top. I can't pile anything else on top of it. Hate the Jackery system. That said, they did also partner with EcoFlow. That was a win. I'm a big fan of EcoFlow systems. Check out the River 2. That's a better system than this. I think it's on sale. It's a few bucks more. Anyway, and there's other ones. The EBL system, we've talked about that. There's been a few other ones. Anyway, let's keep going here. The folding chairs, too small for big bears like me. The $25 there, it's a decent chair. I find them will be a little bit short. Even if they didn't fit, they're just a little short. The Avani sprayer, we talked about airless sprayers. There's an air sprayer. If you're looking for your basic Wagner-esque kind of sprayer at $50, that's a solid deal. We got the cement mixer for $200. I still want to try the new Bauer cement mixer. Haven't got a chance to get my paws on it. Again, we got the safe there for $179. This is not a hardcore like going to keep out safe crackers kind of stuff. This is keep prying fingers away, and it's good enough for that. The Apache cases, any of the Apache cases, anytime they're on sale, buy them. I always keep calling them Pelican cases by accident because they look like the Pelican cases. They function as good as the Pelican cases. They don't cost as much as the Pelican cases. Just get them. They're a great deal there. We've got the Quinset. Oh my gosh. Look at the Quinset there for $300. I saw somebody in the comments like, I wasn't thrilled with the pricing on these. Well, on the Reddit page, I'm like, you're not following pricing, dude. That's just all there is to it. $300 on that Quinset is the best pricing you're going to get. That is ridiculous. At normally $429. I know a lot of people who have this set. They all love the set, and they're happy to get it at $100 off, much less $130 off. That is a great deal. Let's keep going. The $35 Pittsburgh set there. I'm not a fan of that set. A buddy of mine does have it, and it has saved him in a pinch. He tows and keeps in a small trailer he tows with, and it's worked for him. I think there's better sets out there, but for $35, I mean, come on, it's $35, right? Oh, let's see what else we got. The American flag that's the non-American American flag. The magnet there, both of the magnet. We got the magnet bar and the magnet dish. The magnet, those are great. You should have those. I keep one of those dishes next to every station in my shop because they're either screws coming out or bits going in or chuck keys or something. There's always something living in one of those dishes. I'd probably better not, best not to ask. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to the next page here. All right, there's those Daytona jacks. Look at that, 3-ton for 134. How much was the other one there? That was the 3-ton long reach, right? A low profile floor jack there for 109. And now we're looking at the 3-ton low profile professional floor jack for Daytona. Is it better? Yes. Is it just, I don't know. For me, I like the Daytonas better. One thing I will say, if you get any of these, if you get any of the Daytonas, get the extended or the solid single piece handle. It is so nice. No more of that wiggliness in it. Definitely get one of those. Then we got the Cover Pro. Don't ask me about the Cover Pro. I live in Livingston, Montana, the windiest city in all of Montana. You can't have stuff like this. It'll just go straight to Oz if you put it up. Look at this. We got the Pittsburgh engine hoist jack there, $339. This is it's a 2-ton, right? At that price, it's got to be the 2-ton. I don't have my glasses on, so I got to put it on the squints, see if I can see it. Anyway, they just recently upgraded those. I will say this, and I've said it before, check your local Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace first, because here's what happened. People have a project. I mean, how often is the average Joe going to be pulling in an engine, right? But here's the thing, they're useful for so many more things. Moving table saws around the shop, lifting heavy items, doing appliances. There's tons of things you can do with one of these hoists that people just don't think about. And the nice thing is they fold up, tuck over in the corner of the shop, and get out of the way. But that said, people buy them for a single project, and they're like, okay, well, now I don't have space for this, because they don't think about the fact they'll use it for other stuff. And so they throw it up there for dirt cheap. You can get these, you used to be able to get them on Craigslist like any old day for $100. Double check Craigslist, because you can usually find some incredibly lightly used ones that are just one project and done. If not, I get it, but just double check. Same with the engine stand there as well. All right, let's keep going along here. What else we got here? We got the flip up cargo carrier for $100. The ramps are great. They're $129. Excuse me, for the basic ramps. We got the gloves. I'm sorry. I know the gloves are great. Everyone needs a box of gloves for all sorts of stuff. But those pictures always make me cringe a little bit. I'm over 40, so, you got to worry about that sort of thing. We got the Braun flip light over there for $22. Again, pre-pandemic pricing on this stuff. Look at this. The 20-ton leg standing floor press. I can talk, right? Yeah, sure I can. Anyway, $200. That is a great price on that. A solid one for anyone needs for their shop. We got the Jupiter inverter there. I know tons of guys who have done van conversion builds for camping, and they all swear by Jupiter. That's the one that almost everybody uses. We got the Vulcan Omni Pro for $1,000. Full stop. That is probably the best Value Pro tool out there. When we see Value Pro, we basically look at 5 levels of tool. Okay, you've got just the basic entry level stuff. And then we have your weekend warrior DIY level. Then we have prosumer, and at the top we have pro. And between prosumer and pro, there's a new level we call Value Pro, which is basically it's professional grade. It'll do 95% of the stuff, but not everyone needs like 10,000 megatons of torque, so they can get by with the only 1 megaton of torque kind of thing. And professional just means you get paid to do what you do. It doesn't mean you always need the highest grade of equipment. And the Vulcan is in that realm of it's professional grade, but it's at an affordable price at $1,000. That is a great welder. All right, look! Oh my gosh, the Ames thermal, the laser thermal thing. When they say laser thermal, the laser is not doing anything except showing you where you're pointing it. But for $14, $15 with change and everything, $15, that's a great one to pick up. I think everybody should have one. You have no idea how often you'll use it. You'll use it checking out your AC, you're checking out when you've got thermal leaks around the house for winter, working on the grill, checking hot spots in the car. You will find more and more uses for this kind of thing. The wife saying, it's too hot in here. Beep, beep. Nope, it's 72. See? Yeah, that'll get you divorced real quick. Anyway, the Viking Jumpster, I like a lot of the Viking stuff. They've really upped their game from the old Syntec stuff. I think there's better options out there. Sorry. Uh, the welding cart, that's decent for $35. It's a decent little welding cart. The welding face mask for $39. It's a good little face mask. The fly swatter zapper. Do not swat your wife with it. That retaliation will happen. The little tape measure. I got tons of those little tape measures. They work great. And they surprisingly lasted longer than I would expect. That light over there, the pop-up light, here's pro tip. Don't look at it when you open it. Just don't, because you will not see anything else for the rest of the evening. All right, and let's see what we got. Last page. Now remember, we got more deals after the last page here. Okay, we got again, this has been a deal that's going on for a while. Look at this huge parking lot sale. Buy the battery and the charger there, and get a free tool for only $100. And one of those is an impact wrench. Again, better than buying an air compressor. Again, the Bauer, I have so many tools. Companies send me tools. We've bought tools. I got all sorts of stuff. In the RV, we use Hart cordless tools because no matter where you go with your RV, there's a Walmart. At home, we have Bauer. All the stuff and all the cordless stuff at home is Bauer, and it works great. The pull saw my wife was using to try and send herself to the ER, Bauer, and she loves it. It works. I taught her how to use a pull saw, and oh my gosh, she's going crazy with it. Anyway, in the shop we have all the other stuff we do for testing and everything, but at home that's what we trust and that's what we use is Bauer. And I've used all of these, or almost all of these. They're fantastic. Again, look at $59, $60. There's your corded impact wrench for taking off lug nuts. If that's all you're going to do, $60. Forget the air compressor. The surface conditioning tool for $100. So Harbor Freight sent this to me, I think it was like a year ago. And I remember them saying, like, it's cool that you're getting into this. It seems like a professional level tool. I don't really have much use of it. And I found tons of uses for it. I absolutely love that tool. I got to get more drums for it. I've used it for so many things. I've used it for cleaning up pipe, for reconditioning cast iron, for taking rust off of sheet metal. Oh my gosh, I keep turning around going, oh, you know what would be good for this job? The conditioner. In fact, I'm going to be redoing the repainting the cattle guard basically on the front of it. If you've seen the front of my truck, you know why I'm calling it a cattle guard. I've hit a deer at 70 miles an hour and it didn't even leave a scratch on it. This thing is robust, and that's the tool I'm going to start doing the basic work with. Yeah, there's pipes and random. I have to get in there and do a bunch of other fiddly stuff, but to take off the majority of it, I'm probably going to use that tool. The planer there for $300. That's all right. It's a 2-blade planer for $300. We got the grinder there for $20. Of course, the polisher. Everyone knows about the polisher. Look at this. We've got what is this? This is the Badlands Apex 12,000-pound winch for $590. $590. This is I tons. Pretty much when I go anywhere near off road, I would say it's more than half. More than half the people out there are running Badlands winches these days. It's just taking the off-roading road by landscape by a storm. Any off-roaders they'll back me up on this in the comments. Let them know, because even if you don't run it, you know somebody who does. There's tons of people have it. We got the Braun light there. This is is that the linkable one? I think it's the linkable light for $18. What a ridiculous deal that is. Now, it says liquidation up to, little tiny print, up to 78% off. This is the real deal with the quote-unquote parking lot, non-parking lot sales, is getting those refurbished items, getting the open box items, and getting a deal on them. Again, the best way to do it, get to know your local manager. Talk to them, not just for the sale, but like all year round. Check in with them so often. You see them in store, chat them up. So when the deal time comes, they know who you are. They know you shop there. And you'll be like, hey, I see you got this thing over here. That's really close to like the sale price. You got to do better than that. I had one manager sell me a $700 Predator engine for $100. Okay, because she just wanted it gone. And it's just and that's kind of when you get those kind of relationships, you got to hold on to them. Always get to know the people who work in your store. Be nice to them. Remember, they're working hard. Retail's a hard job, all right? Not physically, mentally, and emotionally. Dealing with you folks, it's not easy. Trust me, I'm one of you. All right, we got the $100 10-inch sliding miter saw. I'm sorry, I know a lot of you like it. It's just not good. Just not good. It's like 7-Eleven pizza. It may seem amazing right at first, but no, it's not. Avoid it. Look for that Metabo. The Metabo HPT. It goes on sale for $100 all the time. Way better deal. Heck, the Hart 7 1/4 inch when it goes on sale for like 75, $80. It's a better saw than this. It just is. Either step up to the 12-inch and I hate being the guy saying this. I hate telling people that, but this is not a good saw. Avoid it. Next to that, we got the Finger Slicer 2000 for $130. Probably one of the most bang for the buck emergency room visits you're going to get. Okay, I kid. It cuts stuff. It's for ripping things. I got a friend's dad who does construction on rental homes he uses, and he's absolutely addicted to the thing. He made fun of it too. He uses anyway. I don't like using these tiny. Basically, it's like a circ saw bolted upside down in a plastic box with an aluminum table. Anyway, I've said enough about it. I'm not a fan. The heat gun there, $10. It's a decent heat gun. Is it the best heat gun out there? Not even close. But it will heat things up. Now, if you really want precision, the whole 9 yards, they have a Bauer one that's actually quite good. And you can dial in the heat you want and everything else. But if you just need some basic heat gun, it's more than borrowing your wife's hair dryer for $10. Do that. Now, we got the 4.3 amp grinder next to that one for $10. This is the quintessential. They're going to raise the prices and they're going to abandon the people who made it. No, my gosh, look at their 10-inch grinder still here. Still here. If I sound like I'm a little put off, I am, because I read the comments, folks. I read the comments all the time, and I get all these guys going, I'm going to stop shopping at Harbor Freight because they're abandoning the little guy, and they don't have the budget tools that they used to have. They clearly do. It's right here on the paper. It's right there. We can all see it. Good grief, stop having these fits, people. Anyway, you're going to give me fits. Anything else here? We got the little red shop towels. If you like turning everything in your shop red, that's the towel to get. We got the hex key sets. If you like those things that fall apart and randomly scatter the keys everywhere, that's a great choice. The hammers for $4. If you want to hit something for $4, actually, it's not a bad hammer. Yes. Now, will it, like after years, will the fiberglass flex and the head come off? Possibly. I guess to get a large screw and screw it down from the top, it'll probably lock it in there and be fine. The step drill bits for $10. They're not the best ones in the world, but for $10, they're decent ones. That bag there, Voyager bag for $5. Grab it. I've got probably a dozen of these bags I use for different things. We travel a lot. We go in the RV. I got tools I need to go here and there. I'm constantly needing a bag, so I just went and bought a bunch of the Voyager bags when they were on sale. They're still holding up. I haven't had one die in me yet. I've had them for years and years, and I leave them out in the rain and the snow and all sorts of stuff, and they do just fine. All right, and then the mats. Okay, so we don't need to talk about the mats. Let's jump over and talk about coupon mega deals. Let me scroll it or adjust it so you can actually see what I'm looking at. There we go. Mega deals. Mega millions. July 31st through the 17th. Let's see. There we got the low profile jack there for $120. What was the price on the other one? So the sale right now is $10 cheaper. $10 cheaper if you wait for the parking lot sale. So hold off on that one. Oh, I skipped to this one. This is the new item. Let's talk about this. The new big hot item from Harbor Freight is the magnetic key box hider for $4. I didn't know that people still did this thing. Please use these and put them under your car wheel well, because that way I won't have to call an Uber. I can just borrow your car, right? Let's go back to the coupons. Half-inch drive, impact. Are there skips in it? Yes. For $20, so they are tough. They're tough impacts. But here's the deal. 34 inch, 20 by 23 inch, 6-drawer full service bank cart, just eating Snap-on's lunch here and Matco for $500. And I'm gonna have people, yeah, Snap-on, oh my gosh, my Snap-on, sorry. Listen, just because you paid $2,500 doesn't mean you can replace common sense with cash. It just doesn't work that way, folks. People are like, oh, it's better. No, it just means that you fell for the marketing. This is just absolutely great work bench here. And this is, for a lot of people don't realize, this is actually a Series 3 cart here for $500. We get the Bauer 3-gallon 3-peak horsepower wet dry vac for $35. Yeah, I'm not into the little tiny vacs like that. Maybe you are, but $35 doesn't seem a bad deal. We got the high velocity shop fans. We just talked about that. So you don't have to wait now. If you want those fans, you can get them right now. 10,000 lumen, 4-foot linkable diamond plate. Why are they diamond plate? Seriously, it's hanging above my head. I can't see the light. Why is it diamond plate? Are you going to be like driving it over with your truck? Light's so tough you could drive over them with your truck. That is ridiculous marketing, just ridiculousness. But it's a great light for $45. Just drop the diamond plate. All right, here we go. As I said, you want a big air compressor? You want something you can run with tools on? You want something that won't blow your ears out? Fortress 26-gallon, 175 PSI, ultra quiet vertical shop air compressor, $360. There you go. I'm sorry, but either get the little portable air compressor or get the big air compressor, because you're just not going to get the full power out of your air tools with that 10, 15, 20 gallon. And it's not the gallon size. That's what people don't seem to realize. It's not the gallon size that's the issue. It's the motor they put on the compressor that produces the SCFM. And they don't put that motor on 15-gallon compressors. That's why we talk about you need to buy a compressor of at least this size. It really doesn't have anything to do with the tank size. It has to do with the motor that's on it. Franklin 600-pound capacity hand truck, $55. If you don't have a hand truck at your house, are you even, I'm not going to say it'll get me canceled here. Are you even a man? Come on. Seriously. And you could be a woman. You're like, well, no, I'm not. Well, fine. Be that way. Point is, stop hurting your back. Stop trying to tough it out. Work smart, not hard. Have you seen my knees or lack thereof? It's because I wasn't smart, but at least I was smart about my back. All right. Hand trucks. Is it the best hand truck in the world? No, there's better hand trucks, but this is all you can get for $55. A hand truck like this, I used to move a safe, and luckily I did, because we dropped that safe, and that little bend, the handle part there where it bends, went right between my legs, just low enough, and stopped the safe from crushing me and hurting me in a very, very bad way. All right, let's keep going here. There's a portable car canopy. If you've seen what I was talking about before, I can't use them because they'll just blow away in the wind. L-shaped, it holds hoses. Okay. 100-watt solar. This is the Thunderbolt 100 watts crystalline solar panel. This is a surprisingly good panel from Harbor Freight. I'm not sure how they made this deal, but this is a solid panel for this at a solid price. $100 for 100 watts is really kind of about where you want to be, usually, as far as getting quality without giving up too much. It's a good panel for $100. V-groove combination wrench set for $35. It's got some skips in it. Beginner wrench set, okay. $18 Armstrong $19 37-inch to 70-inch flat panel TV. I've used these mount TVs. They work just fine. They're I mean, what's there to say about it? TVs don't weigh that much these days. It does what it's supposed to do. It's $19. Don't pay $45 or $100 for one of these. The TV doesn't weigh that much. And it works great. I've mounted TVs at home. I've mounted them in the RV. I've got in the RV. I've got two mounted back to back through the same backing board with the bolts holding them both together, counterbalancing. I'm pretty proud of myself. The Syntec manual charger, not a $45, a good basic, charger if that's what you need. We talked about the Vulcan This is the Pro TIG. This isn't the Omni Pro. This is the Pro TIG. So if you want a serious TIG welder, this is the way to go. $1,000. The titanium helmet there. It is a weird looking helmet. It is. It just is. It just is. I have the Vulcan helmet and I like it. Harbor Freight sent it to me. But they've done a bunch of people try to say that. Well, I'm not going to risk my eyes to a Harbor Freight helmet. They did all the testing. A bunch of people. This is old school kind of news. They all did the testing. The response on them is super quick. They buy them from the same the panels there. They buy them from the same people everyone else gets them from. They're great panels. They work great. All right, quick release mag nut setter 9-piece. I'm a huge fan of bit drivers, stuff like this. There's a mag nut setter, about $4. Get it. The Union gun safe. I think is this the same one that they sent me? I don't know. 400. No, I think this is slightly smaller than the one I have. 10 gun electric gun safe. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like they have 6 long guns. They probably they count pistols and stuff when they do that long gun or the gun safe thing. I know people are gonna comment. It's not a safe. It's a cabinet. Or we get it. We get it. Don't be that guy. All right, it's not a safe. Safe crackers are going to break in. They're going to come in, Mission Impossible style from the roof, and dust it to find my fingerprints and bypass the security and blow the lock. No, dude, this isn't what's going to happen. Anyway, and people don't like to hear this. Obscurity is the best security. If somebody doesn't know you have it, they're not going to try and steal it. This keeps out prying fingers, keeps things locked. Don't keep your family heirlooms in it, all right? Will it protect from some fire? Yes, it will. All the fire? No. All right. We have safes like that, and then we got fireproof bags for our heirloom stuff that are in the safes. So it's protection on top of protection. 2 is 1, 1 is none kind of thing. All right. Anyway, let's keep going. I've mocked enough people today. Warrior Magnet Driver Guide set $4. I haven't used this thing yet. If you have, let me know what you think about it. The garden sprayer there for $30. It's a garden sprayer. What are you gonna say? We got the Portland electric chainsaw. I've not used this. They had the whole recall thing. They fixed the issue with the switches. Apparently, it's all working better now. I've got a couple cordless chainsaws, so I've never really used the corded one. Let me know what you think about it. The Badlands ATV Power Sport winch there. Great little winch for ATVs or also for small trailers. Helping pull stuff onto trailers. That's a great solution for that one. We got the work light, submersible. Here's a good tarp. The black and silver tarp, that's a heavy duty tarp, okay? There's an engine stand. The Warrior. If you're in a really tight budget and that's all you can afford, I get it. If you're looking for something for the kids or for the brother-in-law, I get it. Otherwise, just avoid the Warrior 18-volt stuff. I'm sorry, there's not enough to it. If you're on that kind of budget, go to Walmart, get one of the Hyper Tough stuff when it's on sale. Bauer pressure washer for probably the bestest electric pressure washer that you can get for the money. It's one of the best ones out there. $180. It's got the soap dispenser, everything really built into it. It's got the nice form factor. It's a good pressure washer. I like the Hart one. That's similar. In fact, I even like the form factor of the Hart one better. It's less expensive. It doesn't quite have as many PSI. But at the end of the day, how much does it matter, really? Let's see here. What else we got? We got the Predator 6.5 max performance engine there for $170. The cordless rotary tool. It's an okay cordless rotary tool. We got the Daytona creeper there. Creepers be creeping. The click torque wrench. I can talk. $60. That's a nice torque wrench for $60 there. Again, as I say about the Apache cases there, $9. Definitely get it. 4-ton hydraulic bottle jack. It's okay. I would get the 8 or 12 ton just because of the reach. If you're using it in the shop and you say, it's hard to justify the 4-ton. It's just so small. It's cheaper. I get it. Nice stool there, step stool for $25. Of course, I really appreciate my step stool. I never knew my real stool. I know I gotta make the joke every time. I have a problem. I have a problem. I'm going to get a 12-step program. No, I'm not. Um, Central pneumatic gravity gun there. $20. Great for doing base spray kind of stuff. Just a decent spray gun. Hercules random orbit palm sander. Corded. Corded. Runtime for sanders. Corded for 40, $50. Get it. All right. And there you go. That's the deals and everything else. Of course, we talked about the new tool of the day, the Bunker Hill. Anyway, again, just to recap, the parking lot sale, August 14th through the 20th. Inside Track gets Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Everyone else has to wait for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Anyway, hope we covered everything for you. Got any questions, put it down below. I'll try and get back to you on them. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.